Today we are going on a road trip driving from Niagara to Ottawa in Ontario, Canada. It's been over a year since we moved into our home and I still haven't had the shelves I want installed in my mini handbag shoe closet, but we move. At this point, I realized I was trying to cram too many things into a small bag and I could change to a larger bag seeing that we were driving. So I didn't need to cram things on a carry-on size bag. Hello and welcome to another video on my channel. My name is Busi, a South African Canadian who is exploring her new home one city and town at a time, and today we're going to the capital city of Canada, which is Ottawa. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you may have seen that I had a bit of an issue with a heat rash at the beginning of summer. My sister-in-law recommended using coconut oil on my skin. It helped me so much I am taking it with me even when traveling. This was us all packed up and ready to go. We took more things than we needed, but I'd rather have stuff with me than leave things we might need behind.
Are you all excited?
Yeah.
Give me a high five in the comments section if you sometimes overpack like me. We have a long trip ahead of us that will take a couple of hours. This drive reminded me so much of long distance drives we take when we still lived in South Africa, which felt really great and somewhat familiar even though we were driving through new places that we haven't been to yet. When driving long distance, we make it a point to make frequent stops to refresh ourselves, even if it's really short stop. The en routes were really great along the way. You can use the washrooms here or get refreshments if needed. We're making a stop at the Big Apple on our way to Ottawa. You can actually see it from the highway, which makes it even more perfect for a pit stop on a long drive. When I was looking up things we could see along the way, I wasn't expecting the Big Apple to literally have such a big apple until I saw pictures of it. The boys really enjoyed going around it and even inside. We got to learn about the apples in Ontario and see where they're grown. I'd highly recommend making a stop here if you would be driving past it. It's also worth a visit if you happen to live close to it and have never been. Before heading inside the store, we spotted Johannesburg pointed in this direction over 13,000 km away. Comment with a thumbs up in the comments section if you're in or around the Johannesburg area. The store had a lot of goodies made from apples, including apple bread, which we had never seen before, so we just had to get it. We went around and bought a couple of yummy goodies that we can enjoy during our trip before making our way to the cashier and heading back to the road, heading to the capital city of Canada. Because of our stop at the Big Apple, it was already dark when we reached our hotel. We stayed at the Hilton Garden Inn. Seeing how much my boys have grown when I compare how they used to sit on their travel bags when we first came to Canada versus now, I am amazed at how time seems to have gone by so quickly. Hotel check-in was quick, and just walking through the hotel to our room, it was really clean, which is always great to see. We were very close to the airport and had a view of it from our room. We picked a room with a mini kitchen area, a king-sized bed, and a sleeper couch for the boys. These sleeper couches are always pretty straightforward to open if you've never opened one before. You'll find instructions right under the couch seats. And I grabbed the pillows and the blanket for it in the closet. Then we were off to explore the capital city of Canada, Ottawa, which is in the province of Ontario. We drove past Caledon University. Ottawa has a number of universities and colleges to choose from, including the University of Ottawa, which is part of the U15 group of Canadian research universities. Ottawa's population is estimated to be around 1 million, with visible minorities in private households being above 25%. The size of Ottawa is much bigger than I personally expected, and it's a place that we can see ourselves living in and would have placed high up on our list when we were deciding where to move in Canada had we seen and known more about it. You can travel around Ottawa using the capital city's public bus and light rail train. We saw a train station near University of Ottawa, so getting around even when you're a student is doable even without a private car. We hopped on a city sightseeing bus that you can hop on and off from. This was a great way to learn more about Ottawa in a shorter time frame and see different places and things to do in the city as a tourist or someone who lives here. We explored different places, including the Byward Market, and had lunch at one of the local restaurants near the market. The following day, we explored the city through the canal, where we got to hear more about the city's history. I'm personally not sure I'd do a canal tour again. It was a bit slow, and you're not seeing much different from what we had seen driving by car and taking the city sightseeing tour. If you'd like to hear about the city's history a bit more though, then this would be a great way to do that. Just expect it to be a really chilled and slow ride. For lunch on this day, we chose to go to Nando's. I got really excited when we had the previous day. There is a Nando's in Mississauga, Ontario that we used to go to when we lived in the Greater Toronto area after the one that was in Oakville closed. I put up a post in the community section here on YouTube asking what you'd like to see or hear about Ottawa, and one of the comments was asking about in-demand jobs in Ottawa. In-demand jobs in Ottawa, according to Indeed, include long-haul truck drivers, account executives, service technicians, forklift driver or material handler, and customer service representatives. Just to name a few, the cost of accommodation in Ottawa is another one some of you wanted to know about. The average rent in Ottawa currently is around $1,700 for a bachelor apartment, $1,900 for a one-bedroom apartment, and around $2,100 for a two-bedroom. Ottawa apparently has the 15th highest average rent in Canada, with Vancouver holding the #1 spot for highest average rents, which are at $3,200, followed by Burnaby, BC at $2,900, with Toronto coming in at the #3 spot for highest average rent in Canada, which is currently at $2,800 per month. There was also a comment asking if it's true that Ottawa being boring or not, and as people who only came as tourists, our opinion might not reflect how the experience of living there might be. We went around in the evening one of the days just to see if there would be any movement we saw, and we found that it was just as lively night as we found it during the day. We didn't see what people could be referring to when they say it's boring, so I'd recommend asking those people to be specific about their experiences to help you understand their perspective better. One of the things we did on our day in the capital city of Canada was visit Canada's Science and Technology Museum. There was a lot to see and learn and interactive activities that children and adults alike could enjoy. I highly recommend that you visit the museum if you're in Ottawa. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you on the next video.
Thank you for watching.